Where's the freaking mic? Mike? Hello? Hello, Mike? Hello, Joshua. I will be showing you how to do the test for Chapter 12. Now here's the problem I've prepped for you. It's a standard GDP state problem. The words don't really matter. You just gotta figure out the three areas. That means there are three different groups, and you gotta find out the level of significance. Now, I've prepped for you a bunch of GDPs from the normal states. They're there. It's a smart thing to do when you have information. Put it in a graph like this. And the standard H0 and H1 for this will always be all the means equal, or at least one is different. Now your K is your number of groups, and your N is number of numbers. So what you want to do to find the critical value is go to your calculator, go to inverse F, put in the level of significance, which will be 0.95. Now your K will be the number of groups minus 1, so it's 2, and your K, what you put in for the, right here, the 2, that's how you got the 2. And for the 15, all you have to do is take the N minus K. And then you get, when you put all that in, you get a 3.6823. So put it over there in your little graph, get a prep. And what you do is you put all the values in your calculator. And then what you do is you go to F6 in Stats List Editor. Go to part C, ANOVA, and you get a bunch of little numbers that'll say like for factor and error. You have sum of squares and mean of squares and degrees of freedom and a test value, which is this F thing right here. And what you want to do is make a little graph like I did and put everything in. And the between is actually, in your calculator, it'll say factor, and the within is error. And the total is just you adding up these two. And to make sure you did the math right, it should be, if you divide the sum of squares by degrees of freedom, you get the mean of squares for within and between. And if you take the mean of squares divided by the within, by the mean of squares between divided by the within mean of squares, you will get the test value. And since the test value is way less than the critical value, we do not reject. And you will write, there is not enough evidence to claim that there is a difference in area state GDP where one area is a higher or lower mean. The end.